Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to talk about today about many people that have issues with the damage that's been showing up on their bikes when they arrive after they've been shipped from Ride1up when they purchase the Revv1. I'm on the group, the Facebook group. You guys might want to check it out. It's I think it's called Revv1up group or Ride1 Revv1up group or something. I'll try to link it in the bottom of the video. But there's a lot of people receiving their bikes with damage. Since I'm here, I haven't even checked mine. So people are starting to complain, which mine does not have it. So one of the new things that I've noticed is some people are finding cracks or the back of their headlight cracked. A lot of people. And also the past few days, when I see posts pop up on Facebook, a lot of people are receiving their Revv1 without a headlight. So I don't know what the deal is with that. That's a new one for me. Many people have received their bikes without a headlight. As you guys know, my damage was, I'd say it's minimal compared to what people have had. For example, you guys know that I replaced the rotor. Ride1up, obviously, you know, great support. They helped me with the rotor. They reimbursed me some money. I mean, they didn't replace the fenders, but whatever. I touched up the fenders. I fixed the bracket on the tail light. And they sent me the a new set of turn signals. But that's, I mean, with the, you know, besides a few little nicks, and of course the new chain, the longer chain. With the exception of that, everything else has been fine on the Revv1. This is still a fun bike. It's a really cool looking bike. And you know, my box, as you guys saw, I don't remember if you guys saw the box. Yeah, I did the build video. The box is pretty thrashed, but I mean, I saw a video of a guy today put up a picture. He received his box upside down, and the box is partially lifted. So when he lifted the box up, he found all kinds of damage on his bike. So now the new one that a lot of people are experiencing, excuse me, is the rear wheel wobble. Now I did not have that on mine. For some reason, it seems that, you know, the bikes are now shipped with the updated chain, the correct length chain. It just seems that the people, me being one of them, that received the bikes with the short chain, they're calling it the short chain gang. We don't have the rear wheel wobble and some of these other issues people are having. Crazy. I mean, if that was the trade-off, is to just have the wrong chain and they sent me one anyways for free and I replaced it. If that was the trade-off, you know, instead of dealing with the rear wheel wobble, I'll take it, you know. I don't have the rear wheel wobble on mine. One thing I did do on this bike is I added the, not the slime, but the other stuff. I don't even remember what it's called. Sorry. I'll look on Amazon and see the name of it. But I put in some tires, some tube sealant, tire sealant, whatever you want to call it. I put it in the Super 73 Z Miami, and I put it in the Revv1. So one thing I did notice is the front wheel had a little bit of wobble in it. One thing you might want to do, this is what I did, is obviously I had to take the cores out of the tubes, and I, you know, put all the goop in there and then filled them back up with air. But one thing I did is, I used to work in a tire shop, so this was kind of came back to me. Before I let the tires bead back on the wheels, I put some water and soap on them. You know, I got like a, I don't know, like a little brush or something, and just put it on both sides, on both tires. So when I had also had the bike upside, you gotta do this. It's better to do this with the bike upside down. Don't do it with all the weight of the bike on the tires. They're just gonna go all over the place, and they're not gonna beat properly. You'll get the tube popping out when you air it up and all that. So I put soap on the beads, both of them, and they went on really good, really even, and the front stopped wobbling after. I didn't have the tire wobble after that. So that's something you guys might want to do if you guys decide to put liners in or put some goop in your tubes or get different tubes. So the point of the video, pretty much, just talk about the damage. So people are now receiving their bikes with a missing headlight or a cracked headlight. Now, when I mean the cracks, I'm talking about cracks on the back, on the housing. There's a crack across the whole back of the housing. And some people are just living with it, they don't care, but then, you know, some people want a new headlight. I want a new headlight. I would. I mean, this thing's made out of plastic. I mean, it's vibration and stuff. Who knows? It's gonna fall apart later. So missing headlight, cracked back headlight, headlight housing. They're receiving now the bikes with the correct chain on it, but now a lot of people are getting the rear wheel wobble. Ride1up is saying that's normal, but people are really pissed about it. You know, they want either a new rear wheel. They want the problem solved. So. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I know Ride1up has a really good. They have really good customer service, but this is a big one. I mean, if you're going to start replacing, you know, rear wheels, that's a big deal because you know the motor's in there. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I think one guy did get his wheel replaced. That had the wobble. I heard one guy had it replaced, but then the only other people that I know that have had it replaced were the people that had the short chain issue, where some people were riding it with a short chain, and it just completely cut out the side of the wheel where the motor is. Right there where there's like a spacer there. It just took the center of the wheel out. I heard one guy crashed. I don't know what happened to that guy, but I think he was in the group too. The guy that crashed. But those are the only people that I know that were getting the rear wheel replaced, and that's a big deal. But, you know, I wouldn't want rear wheel wobble on this, especially, I mean, I haven't got mine up this high, but there's people getting these things up to like 42 miles an hour, you know. I think the fastest I've seen on this one is, I weigh 205 pounds, and I've gotten this up to about 38 miles an hour is the highest I've seen. But, I mean, if you got rear wheel wobble and, you know, you're going that fast, that's scary. I mean, some people are making these bikes a lot faster. To me, those speeds for this bike is fast. You know, I used to race motorcycles, used to ride motorcycles for a long time, and 30 miles an hour on one of these things feels pretty quick. I mean, it's solid and everything, but it's still pretty quick. The only plans I have with this thing is I want to do what Mr. Central Driver, I think his name is. He did he added the extra. I'm not doing the full thing where he did the 72 volt with the crate. I mean, I think he's going like over 50 miles an hour now, but I want to do the first mod he did, which was, I believe, he put a big battery down here with a blender, and now he's got both batteries, and the battery lasts a lot longer. He's got longer range. I don't remember if he gained like 1 or 2 miles an hour from that, but I know he had like way longer range. I like that because you could switch you put the battery up here, you put this one down there, whatever. I don't plan to run the cage. I just want the battery and the blender. That I will do later on this. I was actually thinking of selling this and getting the Super 73 RX Mojave. I still want that bike. That's a really cool bike. But in the meantime, I mean, I gotta wait until I do that. I'm gonna be messing with this. I still haven't rode the Z Miami yet. Hasn't even seen concrete yet. I will ride that and do a review on that. I need to do a review on this. I only have about 20 miles on this. I haven't really had time to ride this. Still need to do the review on the Pasolec. And also I picked up some extra tubes. So I got these on Amazon. I think I got 2 of them for 25 bucks, I think, or 27 bucks. I got the ones with the steel stems. I don't like the rubber ones. I have steel ones on the Z Miami. I mean, these will fit either bike. They're 4 inches, I think. And these both have 4 inches, 4-inch tubes. So I like the steel stems on the Z Miami, and they're 90 degrees. That's pretty cool. It makes it easier if you're changing the tube out. These are not 90 degree. These are straight, but still, it's got the nut, so it'll keep the stem in there from dropping in when you're changing out the tire or the tube. So I'll have these as spares for either. These will work on either bike, same size. Obviously, the tires on the Revv1 are thicker, so I think I'll be less prone to getting a flat on this than I would on the Z Miami. The Z Miami's got they seem like they're thin tires. I don't know. I'll have to see what's up with those. I mean, it's a better street tire, but we'll see. But anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. I just want to talk about the damage on these things. That people are still getting a lot of damage on these bikes. And then once I start doing the reviews on both of these bikes, if there's any other things that come up on damage or what Ride1up's doing for support, I'll mention it on the next video when I'm doing the review for this bike or that bike or the other one or whatever. So just check out the channel, look at the different videos. I got a video on replacing the rotor. I think I'm the only person that's got a video on replacing the front rotor on this. And by the way, I also wanted to mention, I forgot to mention this in the video last time. It shows the torque rating on the rotor for the front when if you end up getting that replacement rotor, it shows you the torque rating on the actual rotor. It's printed on there. I forgot to mention that in the rotor replacement video. So check out that video if you're thinking of replacing the front rotor. One thing I could say is it stops way better with that rotor. It's more it's more true. The wheel spins flawlessly. It doesn't rub or anything on the brakes, and it does stop better. It's more sensitive. So I mean, I want to get one for the rear. I looked up that rotor and it's only like $30 on Amazon. So I'm trying to find out if that same rotor will go on the rear. But either way, check out the channel and check out the videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one.